Hi guys, this is Ratchet and we are playing Criminal Case, City of Romance. And we are going to case number 5, last case in fantasy. And we know who is Cariss's brother, and now we gotta find him. And at the fashion show. Katerina, I can't believe we got to see the festivities for Paris Fashion Week. And now you're sitting front row in the Grand Palais for the Chore Fashion Show. Yeah, and on top of that, we get to go to the after party on a boat on the Seine River. So cool. I got friends in the States who would kill to be in my place. Hey, keep your voice down. You don't want anyone to get any ideas. Ha, true. Oh, it's starting. Alright, who's coming? The show begins. It begins. Okay, are you the guy to come out on stage? And you two? Looking good. And we know you. And now the genius behind Chore, Chief Designer Charles Pilsterfeld. Yay! Hey dude! Wow, those looks are incredible. And Noemi Prince looked fantastic in that dress. He did. Hey Katrina, let's get to the after party at La Vienne Rosse before everyone drinks all the champagne. Nicely done, Pilsterfeld. I didn't like you at first, but you turned out to be a cool guy. This is gonna be so cool. I've never been to a party on a boat before. There are lots of boats like this in Paris, with bars and restaurants on them. In French we call it a péniche. I think if you told an American you were going to a péniche party, you'd have to clarify what you mean. Haha, you're right, it's a bit of a double entendre. Yes, it's no wonder the phrase double entendre is French. Society here seems heightened compared to the United States. I've been meaning to ask how you adjusted to that. The sexual energy here in Paris can be a bit strong sometimes. I hope it's not too overwhelming. No, on the contrary. It just feels like people are more open about their feelings. It's a welcome change. That's good to hear. Oh, here comes the Chore CEO, Simone Lemaitre. It must be time to go inside. Katerina, it's horrible! Charles is in the péniche, and I think he's dead. Oh no. What? What happened? I don't know, I just arrived, but the sight of his body made me feel faint. I left as fast as I could. We'll take care of this, Madame Lemaitre. Katerina, let's head inside and see what's going on. Okay. Hello, Pilsterfeld. What happened to you, dude? Alright, I must admit I was kind of beginning to like him for a bit. Although at first he seemed like a jerk, but I was beginning to like him. They even have a pool here. Nice. Wow, Katerina, it looks like Monsieur Pilsterfeld drowned. His jacket is torn in the back, but Madame Lemaitre told us she was too scared to touch him. So that tear must have come from him struggling against someone holding him down. This drowning was unquestionably murder. Wow, another murder case so soon. I still got a pile of paperwork to file on the last one Katrina and I solved. Don't worry, Gary. Katrina and I can handle this case. And at least you got to see the boat from the inside. Pretty swanky place, eh? Definitely. I guess I'll just have to wait longer to have my first Spanish party. Katarina, I'll see you back at the station. As the French say, bon courage. I think you're supposed to say bon voyage. Okay, back to business. What other clues do we have? These plastic pieces you found look like a broken CD. It takes some effort to break a CD. Whoever did it must be trying to hide something, which indicates it could be from our killer. Let's reassemble it. And we'll need to question Madame Le Mage further. Paris Fashion Week is certainly ending with a bang. Sure, yeah. Let's restore the broken CD. Party mix for Pilserfeld. And why is it written in cut-out letters? Katarina, believe what the CD says. Party mix for Pilserfeld. And it's letters cut out from a magazine as if to hide their handwriting. This has to be from our killer. Let's get this to Emil for examination. And is it good to glue the letters onto the CD? Does that damage the CD? No, not that. Alright, let's go talk to Mrs. Demon. Madame Le Mage, when exactly did you arrive at the Penish? I'm sorry, I'm still very shaken. I arrived just before you. When I entered, there was no one, except Charles. And when I ran out, you were there. I knew I should have reacted differently. I might have tried to help him, but I was horrified. Is there anyone you might suspect of having done this to Monsieur Pilserfeld? No, Charles was beloved by all. Even his competitors begrudgingly respected him because he was so ahead of his time. Now, you'll have to excuse me. I need to go compose myself. Sure, Madame Le Mage. We'll call you if we need anything else. Now, Katarina, while we are here, let's see what clues we can find here on the quay. Alright. And where did you leave your cat, Pilserfeld? It looks nice from the outside as well. So, Katrina, is there anything here that could give us leads on Pilserfeld's murder suspects? Ah, this napkin you found was custom printed for the after party. That means whoever left these crowns on this napkin must have been here before the party at the time of the murder. Let's collect a sample of the crumbs for testing. And this bag you found has CP on it. Those are the victim's initials. This is his bag. There could be something helpful in it. Let's see what we can find. Okay. Alright, let's collect these crumbs from the napkin. Superb, Katrina. Let's look at these crumbs you collected from the after party napkin under the microscope. Okay. Alright, so let's look through the bag now. Jar of buttons. Katrina, the only thing of any interest in the victim's bag is this jar of buttons. There is a faded note on it, but do you really think a jar of buttons is important to a murder case? You're right, after all we've seen during Fashion Week, I should know that anything is possible. Let's look over the text on that note. Okay. Alright, let's analyze these crumbs. La Pure Eclairs. Oh, well, we know who eats those. Katrina, these crumbs you collect from the after party napkin are from a La Pure Eclair. I remember hearing that Pistol Fred used La Pure Eclairs to bribe Emily Prince to modeling that beautiful dress we saw in the show. Supermodels can't eat a whole box of eclairs at once, so these crumbs must be from one Noemi had left over. That means we should see what Noemi might know about the murder. Before we go to her, Katrina, does my hair look good? How about my skin? Is it slightly glowy but not too shiny? How is my breath? I can't smell your breath, your hair looks fine, your skin is... Nah, you look good. Yes, I'm sorry. Back to business. Let's go speak with Noemi. Alright, let's dust the jar of buttons. This just won't work, Charles. Trust me, JB. The note of that jar of buttons he found in the victim's bag says, "This just don't work, Charles. Trust me, JB." That's true, Katrina. It doesn't sound malicious. But we know the fashion world can be a little passive-aggressive at the times. And it appears that Schwartz's lead stylist is named Jerry Bill Home. That's got to be the JB who wrote the note. That's not a worry, Monsieur Bill Home. Okay. Alright, let's go talk to Noemi first. Noemi, you don't mind if I call you Noemi? Not at all, as long as I can call you Hugo. Of course you can. It's a pleasure to see you again. I wish the circumstances weren't so morbid. Charles Bisselfeld was drowned to death earlier tonight at the La Vie en Rose Peniche. We're investigating his murder. Charles is dead? Yes, and we remember how he used your weakness for La Pure Eclairs to get you to model in the show. We actually found crumbs from one of those eclairs in the crime scene. While you were there, did you notice anything suspicious? Oh, I must have left those crumbs earlier today when I went to the Peniche to discuss my contract with Charles before the show. But that was this afternoon and it didn't seem like anything was wrong. He was just amping up for tonight. Life is even more fleeting than the seasons of styles, Katerina. The world has lost an artistic genius. Okay. Alright, now let's go talk to this guy. Monsieur Berholm, you're the stylist for Charles Pilsterfeld, are you not? Yes, I am. Did you not like what you saw at the show? The show was wonderful. It's what we saw after the show that troubles us. You see, Charles was murdered. Murdered? Wow, what a way to go out. And just after revealing the collection he said was the pinnacle of his career. We found a note you left, disagreeing about some buttons. Did tensions ever run high between the two of you? Of course we disagreed all the time, but if you think I'd murder someone over buttons, you're crazy. And I'm the stylist. I was simply too busy to pull a fashion show together and sneak off to murder his chief designer at the same time. It's impossible. That's fair. If you do think of anything that might help the case, please let us know. Okay. So, what happened to Pilsterfeld? It's really too bad about the chore after party being cancelled. I got that a new set of platforms still let us I wanted to show off. And what a turn of events, Katarina. Charles Pilsterfeld murdered just before his own after party. Yes, it's hard to speculate on the curator's motivation for committing the murder after the chore fashion show, but before the after party. Clearly their aim was to thwart the show itself. Or maybe they were trying to send a message? It's hard to say. I didn't find anything that speaks to that motive for the murder, but I did find something that might help. There was residue on the tear in Pilsterfeld's jacket where the killer gripped it to hold him down. That residue turned out to be sauce from cooked escargots. So, your killer puffed a couple of snails before committing the act. Well, unfortunately for our killer, Katarina here works much faster than a snail's pace. Oh dear. Alright, now the party mix. Emil, did you figure out what's on the party mix CD Katarina found where Pilsterfeld was murdered? I did actually, but it wasn't easy. I had to use a special sequencing algorithm I developed to smooth over the breaks in data caused by the cracks in the CD. The CD had one song on it, repeated 13 times, Drowning in Beats by the French house music group Voyeur Faux. Pardon? Drowning in what? Oh, you mean beats in English, like rhythm. Ah, yeah. That's not the first phallic double entendre I heard tonight. Yes, it would be a very different song if it meant the other thing. Oh, the reference to drowning definitely fits the murder, and the CD's label is like a ransom note. This is definitely our killer's work. Exactly, man, and the song is not one of Voyeur Faux's top hits, so you can note that the killer is a fan. Well, Katarina, pretty soon the killer is going to be listening to big house music. Voyeur Faux. You remind me of Daft Punk for some reason. Well, this is quite a big finish to Paris Fashion Week, though not quite the one I was expecting. We saw the Chore fashion show, then headed to a fancy after party on a peniche, only to find Chore's chief designer murdered. Chore CEO Simone Mage was the one who found the body, and I never see her so shaken. And the Chore's stylist claims he was too busy at the fashion show to be a helpful witness to anything, let alone commit the murder himself. Lamela Prince came here earlier today to discuss her Chore modeling contract, but how could such a pretty face do something so violent? Don't judge her by the face. Did someone just jump into the pool? It will take some more work to lift the veil of mystery from this murder. Secours. Katrina, did you hear that splash outside? Someone's calling for help. I think they just fell into the river. Alright, I'm gonna have to save him. Alright, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna continue playing in chapter 2. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like to this video. I'll see you again. Goodbye!